Hi, I'm going to do a video for the F170 printer using Affinity for Mac and to show you what settings are proper and make sure you have just one printer that's selected. So first let's go over to the printers. So we're going to go to the Apple here, System Preferences, and Printers and Scanners. Now, if you have more than one F170, you need to find out which has. I'm going to highlight this. Make sure you have options and supplies. And the first thing you want to do under General, make sure when you do this, do not check Use Generic Printer Features. That will conflict with Affinity. So do not check this. You want to make sure it's unchecked. Under Options, you should have this. That means your drivers are installed. I have Skip Blank Page. We want that on. Bidirectional printing is always off. Warning notifications are on. Establish bidirectional communication is off. And reduce print size data is on. Do nothing else, but if you don't have this, you don't have the Epson drivers. So make sure that you only have one Epson and name it. If you do have an F170 for sublimation and one for the same printer for something else, rename them. Otherwise, you have two printers and one may have the driver, the other one may not. So I've renamed it Epson F170 printer. So you can always right click and go to rename. Next, we are going to go back to Affinity Designer. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File and you're going to go to New. Under Print, you're going to see various different settings: letter, legal, ledger, all sorts of different settings that you can choose. I'm going to choose letter. And here are the sizes already in there. You can change the orientation. I'm going to do that. Image placement, prefer embedded. The color format, this is just for creating. So your color format's going to be turned into RGB/8. Your color profile just for this is going to be sRGB IEC 61966-21. Make sure that's only for when you go to File, New, and you print and you want to create an artboard. I like transparent background. If you don't check this, it'll be white. I don't do anything else with these unless you would like to change the margins or the bleed. Then I hit Create. Now I have a blank page or artboard. If I decide I don't want it this way, you can always go to File, Document Setup, and you can go to Dimensions and go to Portrait. I'll just show you what it does, and it just changes it. So again, you can go to File, Document Setup. I'm going to change it back to the other way. All right, that's how you change it. So cancel. Now we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Place. That's where you get your graphic. I already just downloaded this. This is something someone is using, and we're trying to get that set up. And as you'll see an arrow. You're going to left click on your mouse, holding that down, make it the size you want. There we go. And you can also change it here. So if you just wanted 8.5, 00 by 8. That changes it, or you can use this. So I'm going to do that. There we go. You can make it any size you want. All right, so now we've placed our image. You can also go to File and Place and pick another image. That's up to you. I'm just going to show you that you can do it. So I'm going to make a little one. Put this down. And as you see, you can make them any size, multiples on a page. And that's how you add them. Of course, if I had a bigger page, I could add them both. I'm going to delete this one by highlighting and hitting the delete key. I'm going to go back to sizing this. I want to make sure I don't get it cut off. Okay. Now, next, we're going to go to File, Print. Alrighty. This is what you should have. This is my printer. These are all my other ones. Make sure you use the one you renamed. As you see, there are other printers here. I don't mess with these. That's why I've renamed it. I don't know why Mac does this, but it sees other printers. But this is the one I want to use because those are the settings I chose. So here are the drop downs. You will see all these drop downs. We're going to go through them one by one. So my document, my paper size is letter. I can also do a custom size. Range and scale, entire document, fit to printable. My orientation I always keep as automatic. Next, document layout, really self-explanatory. Bleed marks, again, I don't do anything with that. That's up to you. Layout, here's the layout. You can mess around with this if you want. Color matching, this is the most important. You're going to choose, it'll default right away to Epson color controls. Do not use that. And sometimes it goes to automatic, but you see this on the bottom. Do not keep it as automatic. You want to make sure you choose textile. You could choose rigid, but I don't use it after finding out so many times that anything I print with rigid turns my colors. It fades them, even on mugs, on hard surfaces. I will not use it any longer. I use textile for everything, including hard substrates. So again, under color matching, color sync, you're going to choose the F100 textile. Next, we're going to go down the line, paper handling, paper order. Really, these are all the same. Cover page, I don't do anything with. I don't need a cover page. Now, print settings. Some people had different print settings because they chose a generic printer when we went back and showed you under the printers and scanners. This is what you want to see. Your media is going to match what you had back in color matching. If you have textile here, under print settings, you want it here under print settings. Print quality, I always use fine and never have a problem. You're going to keep mirror image. That's always, unless you're doing something else, keep it as mirror image. Next drop down, supply levels, I don't do anything with. And now I'm going to print it, and I will see how it prints and how it presses. And that's really all you need to do. I'm going to cancel this because I've already printed it. So we'll cancel that, and that should be it.